I find it very interesting that a lot of people say don't vote. That's their option. And why do you, can you give those people a reason why spoiling your ballot in a way and saying I do not consent very specifically on your ballot is preferable to not voting?
Right. So you've asked a great question. People have been persuaded, in my opinion, by Marxists not to vote. They've been demoralised not to vote. And the reason why we have tyranny at the moment is because people have stopped voting. It's what the tyranny wants. It actually wants you. The more people that don't vote means the more of them that seek power, that are perverts, whatever perversions they have in their lives, they are imposing upon you because you don't vote. Not voting is what's known as abstention. Abstention is tacit agreement with whatever you do, I tacitly agree. In law, it's called tacit agreement. That's what an abstention means. I've got no dog in the race. I'm not interested. What you need to do is write, I do not consent, and then your vote is counted. If you stay at home and don't vote, this is key to this. What you're actually saying is do as you like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. Well, you're in the position you're in now because of that exact system, because you've stayed at home and not voted. Whereas if you wrote, I do not consent, there were other things that people used to write in the past. None of the above. Tony Blair was the one who blocked that being put on a ballot paper. There's various things. The reason I say I do not consent is because it is actually associated with a constitutional precedent, which is a famous precedent. It means we can bring out all the laws that relate to it. And just to make sure everyone's aware of this, if this situation happens, not if, but when it happens, because it will happen eventually, sooner or later, people will start telling the truth. It's what they fear the most. You have something called a election court. The election court is run basically by three to six judges. The election court is a common law court, common law judges, and someone who knows what they're doing, not a British lawyer, but someone who knows what they're doing and understands the English constitutional law and the common law, could present the case and the judge would say, I have read all through your precedents that support this, and I am now saying there's a constitutional crisis. There can be no parliament. There can be no law in this country. By the way, when you write I do not consent, and parliament cannot tax you, just to make sure everyone's aware of this, and that's what Ashby versus White says. Parliament can't tax you. And they can't they cannot make laws. They cannot enact laws unless they have the consent of the people. So I do not consent is extremely important. Abstention, meaning stay at home, don't do anything, is the complete reverse of I do not consent. It means you can